Hello and welcome back to another video, and we are continuing our studies of the if statement in Python. And in the previous video we took a look at the if else, and so now we want to take a look at the if else construct. Okay, so we're just going to adapt this program and make it more pedantic in the newer program, in the sense that rather than just checking if you are older or at least 18 years, we will have sections for children. So we will handle people who are below 18 differently. We will handle people who are 18, between 18 and 40 as adults. Those are the people we are going to allow in. And people who are between 40 to, let's say, 60, we will treat them as VIPs. And everyone else, we will tell you you are too old to have fun. Okay, just a fictitious idea. Okay, so I'm going to start off this program by taking a Nikki like we did. So why don't I just copy that here to save myself some typing. Okay, all right, so now we need to make some changes. We need to have target young age. Okay, so target young age, or I'm going to show you the other way of writing conditionals without having to store this in a variable, so this should be fine. Okay, all right, so over here the first thing is we want to check if you are less than 18, then you are not supposed to be in. Okay, so I'll say if age is less than 18, then we want to print something that addresses you by the name and tells you to go home. Okay, so I'll say print, and I'm going to use that printf here again. So I'll say sorry, and then I'll say Nikki, and I'll say you are not allowed here. Okay, so these are for the underage people. And then we want to go to when the person is between 18 and 40. So think about which comparison operator we need to use. Now, the way we do that is to use the keyword elif. Elif actually stands for else if. It's a short, I don't know, they just saved themselves 2 characters, but it's shorter, right? So it is Python's way of writing else if. And the else if is used to say, if the condition above evaluates to false, check this condition. It is different from the else that stands on its own. The else that stands on its own is like, when the condition is false, do this by all means. But the else if, or the elif, says if this condition is false, then check this condition. So it helps us to have that hierarchy of conditional checks. Okay, so I say else if age is greater or equal to 18. Okay, and then how do we want to check if it is between 18 and 40? There are several ways we can do this, and one way is to use the AND logical operator. Okay, so I can say if the age is greater or equal to 18, you can put the conditions in brackets, especially when we are doing compound conditionals like we are going to do. And so the AND is a keyword. We'll have a special session on logical operators where I'll explain in details what they do, but now it is going to check to make sure that both the condition on the left and the right evaluate to true before it will say true. Okay, so we say and age is less or equal to 40. So if something is greater or equal to 18 and less or equal to 40, then what we are essentially saying is that if that age is between 18 and 40. Okay, so we come here and then we will say print. We're going to use the printf here, and so I'll say welcome to the party, and then I'll bring your nickname here. Okay, and then the next thing we want to do is for people who are between 40 and 60, so 41 to 60. Okay, so we say else if elif. I'm just going to copy this condition here, and I'm going to bring it here. So if you are greater than 40, so we want it to be greater than 40, not greater or equal to. Otherwise, people who are 40 will also apply here. We just want it to be greater than 40. So when age is greater than 40 and age is less or equal to 60, so that makes it 41 to 60, then what do we want to do? We'll say print welcome, go to the VIP section, and we want to address them also by their names because they are the older people. Well, if you don't fall in any of this range, then we think you are too old to be in a club. So we say else print hi, then we bring your nickname. So hi, we bring your nickname, and we say you too old. That's a bit harsh, but sorry, old. It's a bit harsh, but just for the sake of learning. Okay, so there is a check for when you are less than 18. There is a check for when you are between 18 and 40, and 40 and 60, which is 41 and 60, and anybody else we consider you to be too old to be around here. So the way we are going to see if it works is, of course, to run it, and we wrote this code in a file called bouncer1, so bouncer1.py. So I'm going to go as Don Little, and from the name you should know that I'm not old enough, so I'll say I'm 13. Then it says, sorry Don Little, you are not allowed here, because of course you are Don Little. Okay, so let's go to somebody who is between 18 and 40, and that is going to be Moon Tiger. So Moon Tiger is 36 years old, so welcome to the party, Moon Tiger. And that is because, you see, we just print welcome to the party and your nickname if your age falls within this range. What if I'm 41 to 60? And that is going to be Hackstock, right? So let's say Hackstock. And how old are you? Let's say Hackstock is 56. Then Hackstock has to go to the VIP section. Definitely he has to go to the VIP section. Why? Because if you look at our code, the age range is 40 to 60, and Hackstock said he is 56, and so he falls in this range, and so he has to go to the VIP section. Now let's look at the 100-year-old Bone Shaker. And Bone Shaker is 100. And it says, hi Nikki, you are too old. Bo. So we made a mistake. Instead of bringing the F so that it understands it at F strings, we left it out. So I've brought the F back. Let's try again for Bone Shaker. So Bone Shaker is 100 years old, and it says, hi Bone Shaker, you are too old. So you can see that we can have the if statement with an else, or we can have if, as many as we want, and then we can also have the else that is executed when everything else fails, when every other condition that precedes it evaluates to false. That is when the else is going to be executed. Once again, this is very, very important for you to understand, and so you want to take all the time you need to be able to understand this before you proceed from here. And In case you have understood it, which is my hope and which will make me very happy, congratulations. Let's take a quick break and I will see you in the next video where we learn how to write one-liner if statement that are also known as ternary operators in some other programming languages. So I will see you soon.